happens when a life is transformed? The just shall live by his faith in God. You see, if this nation begins to believe that, we'll have less of what happens in the streets of Boston or in Newtown or other places like that.
We living in the shadow of apocalypse. Million points of light scattered through the darkness. The flicker of a flame and you off this. I'm the pendulum, the one that's in the sun.
I'm a soul survivor at best, but with the promise of death, then what the hell we got left?
Got gas mask and text buried under some rocks in case one of the disciples got drama they brought.
Pop. I kept the biggest secret of all, and since the fall I ain't speak of it at all. No gall, my mom.
Pressure in my blood inadvertently. I don't show a love yet inside of me it's hurting me.
So I do it to me more, even purposely. Self-pity patting in the party with the worst of me.
How much more distant can a Christian get when suicidal thoughts hit and we ain't even living yet?
In a room with Dr. Melashenko, exclaiming how I'm trying to catch an angel by his ankles.
He's teaching me the science of sin, but I'm a sign of the times, let the fire begin.
We living in the shadow of apocalypse. Million points of light scattered through the darkness. The flicker of a flame and you off this. I'm the pendulum, the one that's in the sun. We living in the shadow of apocalypse. Million points of light scattered through the darkness. The flicker of a flame and you off this. I'm the pendulum, the one that's in the sun.
Slice your health like a sickle cell. Poverty's predicament predicted be the ones that be living if they give it hell.
Pygmalions, sword in your pelly pal. Self-inflicted wounds in the twins' womb.
Pressure fell. Plush lapel, southern bell, south of the border, world order, pick a shell, click, click, expel, give it what it get if you ain't feeling it or well.
Mick, this is where the penance swells, dry fire in the cannon now, bent the pen abiding in the famine in the land that you set me in.
They turn to cyber whores and micro sluts, convinced they prevent their own souls from ever drying up. My dark side stick up kids on the platforms, buried in the catacombs, honey hive trap dorms. A bottle and the visions, all I ever needed, the leader of the death eaters, eater of the flesh of Jesus.
We living in the shadow of apocalypse. Million points of light scattered through the darkness. The flicker of a flame and you off this. I'm the pendulum, the one that's in the sun. We living in the shadow of apocalypse. Million points of light scattered through the darkness. The flicker of a flame and you off this. I'm the pendulum, the one that's in the sun.
Follows in the order of Melchizedek. Bless, I was tired, I was hungry, and you gave me rest. Fat of the calf,
heifers wanna give me stress. Abrahamic residue,
jail got me sinning less. We living in the days, only minutes left. Half a block away, my best friend shot his friend to death. Forgive me for my ways, lest I'm a sinner deaf. Remember when we used to pay the wages for a sinner's debt?
I'm speaking of a future in a foreign land, plot free of Lucifer's rebellion at the Son of Man. On the other hand, 1,000 years later in the mercy seat, Iron Fist rules from the throne of David. It's microchip sixes put behind bars. Beasts speak the languages of natives and define cars. Should remind us of the day we went behind God, became blind dogs.
This is my blog.
We living in the shadow of apocalypse. Million points of light scattered through the darkness. The flicker of a flame and you off this. I'm the pendulum, the one that's in the sun. We living in the shadow of apocalypse. Million points of light scattered through the darkness. The flicker of a flame and you off this. I'm the pendulum, the one that's in the sun.